Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is StrawHatLucas, Captain of the Eternal Dawn, and oh boy, do we have a One Piece D&D session for you today. I'm going to go around the table, introduce the crew here. Playing Iron Mitch Johnson, we've got Angel.
What up, y'all? It is Iron Mitch. Today, more death.
Alrighty. And next up, very close friend of mine, musician of the Eternal Dawn, Mr. JoshuaVykthor, who plays Kiryu. Josh, how you doing today?
Yo, what do you do? Vexyz the not lurking legend.
Vex is the not lurking legend. Orange, blue, orange, yellow, orange, blue, orange, yellow. What, Vex? Okay. Yeah, I was confused. Next up is the cabin boy of the crew, Lord D. Oh, no, it's not cabin boy. There's another word for it. What is it? What's the word I'm looking for? Mr. Lord D. Abyss, played by Azrael Ragnar. Deckhand, thank you. The Shadow Man himself. How we doing today, Ragnar?
I'm glad to be back. I've been looking forward to this. This is the special. This is the y'all get ready for it. The Christmas arc.
Christmas arc.
Let's
go. Oh, Vex was spelling out oh boy. Okay. And before I get to the man of the hour himself, the DM, I just want to thank everybody for being here once again today. And should I introduce our special guest or just let it be a surprise for later? Should have asked before we started streaming. Let's go. All right. Next up is the man of the hour, the DM himself, the creator of this beautiful world we're living in right now, Mr. ToriMori.
What up, buddy? Thanks for joining us on this wonderful Thursday afternoon. It's a over here where I'm at, so I hope there everybody else is too. Thanks for joining the chat. Thanks to everybody in the party who could join today, and special shout out Cody, who unfortunately could not be here with us today, just due to schedules. We're gonna truck on and hopefully have him for now, but super excited to get into session 9.2 today.
I'm hyped.
Let me get just one thing in order before I toss out our recap and we right back.
Like and subscribe. While you're waiting, why not check out the most recent episode of Rambling Addiction, where I talk about Hunter x Hunter's York New City arc.
Yeah, man. That was a very good episode of film. I enjoyed the banter we had. It was very fun.
Ah, thank you, Angel. Thank you.
I like your whole analysis on Kurapika's character this arc so far.
Listen,
especially
I wasn't vibing with Kurapika right out the gate like a lot of people do, but after York knew, he's like one of my favorite characters. The dude is a goat.
If my memory's correct, you did finish it, right?
Yeah, I'm on Chimera Ant now.
Yeah. Buddy, goated.
Idiot. all are now. I am together. Thank you for the been popping from Lucas. I like Hunter too. So definitely been keeping up with those along the way.
Let's go.
Jump into it, folks. Last time, just a brief recap. After coming back down from Pangaea Mountains, the Sakura pirates made their way back to the belly boat and got back dutifully to they had agreed upon, but had been followed the eastern town of Darrow Bounds to this meeting spot against Arthur, believing a lie was the rat that sold out the Island gang, precious gang that he belonged in the day. Arthur actually spared Joe and allowed him rivers as a final bounty to Orko, where the nearby Navy base Wine was. Shortly thereafter, that Kiryu taken his leave, and then they decided to take a short evening trip to Port Gorko themselves, where along the way Misty told about his journeys since separating from Leadbelly so many years ago. And there was a problem with their old bandmate Moon Keith, who seemed to have lost all of his memories and was also employed at the circus Tangs. We got to Port Gorko, though, quickly came up with a boutique on the first stretch of in town. Mitch and Arthur kind of cleared the place out together and discovered that there was a home upstairs, and a little old granny was ready with a shotgun. But Mitch was readier with his portals. Absolutely killed her with a 20-foot portal out the front gate that let her just pan in front of the town. Arthur ended up pinning the whole thing on all. By the time that chaos was ensuing and the Marines were arriving to investigate, who should arrive around the corner but Joe, who revealed in a bit of a panic that this plan would have worked, potentially, if he hadn't just turned in rivers to the Marines moments ago.
Yeah, Joe messed everything up.
Bring us back here to the Port Gorko map a little. I've uploaded the right one today. You can see it edited, and there are some markers near and places you visited. Token is there representing you guys. You were tagging along with the group, and you were like essentially embroiled with Leto. So at any point in this, you are free to emerge from Leadbelly's shadow and come into play. I'll leave that to your discretion as we'll zoom in here on the outside of Spinney's boutique. Already set your tokens down. They should be good. Issue of me putting them is not being able to move, but if that's not the case, we'll talk tokens down. The very last thing that happened last time before I stuck on, giving up the money, but I'd left her alive. Joe is still over there with you guys as well. The crowd is sort of formed as the Marine cordoned off a little outside of the boutique.
Did I? No.
Oh my god, what happened? That old lady, she just flew out of that window and onto the pavement. There was a man, he was yelling he was Captain Rivers, and something about drag.
Yeah, the also, never mind. Stream looking good.
Yeah. It cut out for a second, but it's
Okay,
back up
word.
now. Yeah.
Word. Yeah, as you guys are kind of playing that, Joe is really tense beside you guys. He's just kind of looking around uncomfortable. The girl in the window looks out at who she's pointing at, and he spots Mitch too, and he shouts out, "Seize that man! He's responsible for the robbery!" A few of the Marines will look over at you, Mitch. There are a few more that came up from the other side of the street. But somebody in the crowd over here about, none of you guys are really too sure who, shouts out, "What? I just watched him walk in through the front gate after she fell and busted her skull open."
Mitch is gonna raise his hands and say, I did not commit a robbery. I don't like. Do you guys see me carrying a large amount of money? I don't know what was stolen. Mitch is trying to change his voice.
Leadbelly's gonna speak up and be like, "This is for you, Arthur Morgan. This seems kind of racially charged. I mean, my friend is a celebrity. I mean, who in these parts doesn't know who Iron Mitch the wrestler is? This woman just saw a familiar face and pointed at him. His name was in the newspaper recently, so she obviously had him on the mind. This, like I said, there was a white dude screaming up there about it, saying he was Captain Rivers, something like that."
There are a few over the crowd, and they're all like, "Captain Rivers?" But, I mean, he is a pirate. He is a pirate, I guess.
Yeah, he's a pirate.
People use reason when it comes to pirates. Oh my god, this is a
Crazy.
thing to exploit. We used to write this down.
So I think this is
Joe's just gonna slow, and he's gonna make while, the crowd is sort of in the middle of their cacophony trying to piece this together. The Marines are pretty sparse in number. You guys are noticing clearly. I know I said last tokens represented. What are you?
Yeah, I'm.
Okay. It takes you, which would essentially lead you to the street there. "Oh, may we just..." And she's like, "Oh, I knew you shouldn't have trusted that dastard who'd rode up on the horse. He was swarthy and scared."
Nah, he's alright. He gave the rivers to the Marines, but I think he escaped from the Marines, so blame them, not us. And no. So, guys, what's looking for you?
The ensign will... He raises his hands. You guys can tell by his navy jacket that he's an ensign by the insignia on his shoulder. And he just shouts out, "Hold on, nobody move here, nobody move. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Don't you worry. As we gather it, this is a crime scene, but we're not sure how he got from to the front gate. Okay, so nobody move until we get to the bottom of this. Staff Sergeant arrive here and notice, he's busy, so please bear with us." He's got sweat on his forehead, Leadbelly. You're close enough to see. And as a way to confer with his means, he wipes it off his forehead.
They're nervous,
You
Mitch.
see the girl? Do I see the?
In the window?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's still there. She's hysterical. There is at least one Marine. You can see a few others like investigating the home inside, but you can see the one just like holding her and like trying to come.
Yeah, bro. Portal. I want a portal to appear under them. And I want them to die the same way Bond did.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Slightly unorthodox, but let me get. These are two pendant checks, but they're going to work at this. Get a stealth and a sleight of hand, and I will make them. You can make one at advantage at your choice. Wow. The only in front of you who's kind of like doing crowd control. He's like looking at you up and down, so he
wait,
does.
never mind.
notice
Never
it.
mind. Do it. I can't do it.
You're gonna back at.
Gal, I couldn't do it in general. Like,
Could you not?
because I don't have the abilities to. I don't have an ability that allows me to do it from this far.
How far are you?
Like, I would have to be right in front of her to do it, at least for free. So yeah, he can't do it.
Okay. Okay. If you're not gonna spend any points on it, okay. Portals and the Marine is gonna usher her away from the window now, so it disappears from view for the moment.
Yeah. Knowing I can't do anything really. Mitch is gonna look at Leadbelly and say, I think it is a good time to leave. I think we should just go into town, do what we came. I think we should go into town and do what we came here to do.
I agree. Let's slip away. And I'm gonna start like trying to tiptoe away towards the direction I saw Kiryu move in.
Nice. I am gonna need a stealth from you two. Kiryu, you already did it kind of before the Marines were on guard, so you're good. But Leadbelly, I actually would like 2 from you. You're gonna go ahead and roll mystical because he is hot on your. Arthur, since Cody's not here, he won't have to roll one. Move him along with you. Mitch, that's an interesting route.
Yeah, I mean, if I there's nothing to really stealthy about.
Well, you are innocent until proven guilty. Their eye on you. So I'm gonna take that route. I'm gonna drag increase for that stealth roll.
Oh, I'm not. He's not stealthing. He's just walking.
Okay, then they are going to say, "Sir, no. You have to close in at the moment. Nobody can move." Sign will come over. Sir, I'm very sorry. I'm sure we're going to get to the bottom of this and figure out what's wrong. I've heard a lot of people here saying you just came into town. I've never seen. I hope you can forgive us. Just through the motions, sir.
Yeah, go through the motions without me. I'm not wasting my time. And make sure you're gonna keep walking.
The ensign just like points at you and snaps, and these two are gonna come right along, draw their weapons. This one's gonna come beside them, and the ensign walks like, "Friend, I don't understand. You don't seem to get the situation you're in. That hysterical woman, she's a nice lady by the name of Alice. She's saying that you robbed her home and her grandmother's shop and killed her grandmother, Mrs. Dorothy Spinney. She's a real treasure in this town, friend. And I'm trying to tell you, I think it's a big misunderstanding. You're a newcomer. You probably didn't do it. But we can't let you leave. We can't let you leave. Is that okay?
I
friend?
won't leave. I'm not leaving the island. I'm not leaving the island. Don't call me friend. And I don't give a damn who she is. All right?
No, sir. I'm sorry. We're
This is
going
your
to have
job.
to put you under arrest. To stay here at the scene a handle on things. You are our chief suspect at the moment, frankly. And Maxim, put some cuffs on him, please.
I'm gonna.
And this guy over
Can I hear this happening?
Yo,
yeah, I mean the crowd is all sort of focused on it. Like there's murmur. It's pretty. Everybody's.
Bro, I
got
like
their
to
eye
say,
on it.
yo, Mitch is gonna be like, yo, you guys see the justice system? Do you see what they're doing to me? Arresting me with no evidence except for one witness account. When there's another man who claims a different man did this. But just because it was the sweet Alice, I am being arrested. Do you know what you want to be representing you? But yeah, Mitch is gonna let himself get arrested.
Yeah, I'm gonna start
Wow.
yelling
Okay.
and like pointing at what's going on in front of me and be like, "Look what they're doing to an innocent man! Is this what you pay tribute to the government for, people?" I'm gonna try to inspire this crowd to get angry.
There's like a kid here in this crowd of kids. It's this forward one, the one who looked at her from the cannon, and he'll shout, "Yeah, that's not right. Nobody knows he did it." And there are other voices and a couple sparse voices who are like, "Come on, give him a gate. It's didn't do it." But honestly, in the crowd, no one needs to roll in. It's overwhelming that people are Spinny's lying dead and savaged. Lock him up. Dancers, don't let him leave.
Oh, God.
They're getting the Marines.
They're getting angry at the Marines. I'm sorry, you cut out for me.
No, a few people are hearing his logic, especially a few people who walked up from the front actually saw me fall, splat, and then saw Arthur and Mitch come up. They are like actually coming to that, and they're like, "We watched come through the front gate after she was dead. It couldn't be him." But like most of the crowd are up in arms. A few people are weak. "Mrs. Spinney's dead. She's dead. Lock him up. Don't let him walk away." They're on the
Leadbelly's gonna
side right now.
Leadbelly's gonna call out. and
Yo,
be
I
like,
want to say,
oh yeah, go ahead.
I want to say, yo, if Mitch sees that a majority of the people want the Marines to, Mitch is gonna ball up, and he's no longer allowing himself to get arrested.
Oh
But,
man. Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Leadbelly's gonna start yelling out to the crowd even more and be like, I understand that this Miss Spidney, was an important person to you. She seems like, from what I'm hearing, a lovely woman. But when it comes down to it, do you think she would want an innocent man to pay for the crime that her murderer did? Mitch did not do this. A man named Rivers did. And you all saw that. You all heard that man yelling from the window. Do not turn a blind eye to the injustice that's happening in front of you. Miss Spidney would want her killer caught. Her true killer.
The ensign pipes up. He wags his finger and he goes, No, I just came from the place. And a very upstanding turned in bounty. Now, it doesn't make sense that Rivers was being processed by Staff Sergeant Killian at the same moment he was running the boutique and murdering Mrs. Spitz at the front gate. Witnesses, mind you, from a...
He escaped.
Mitch is gonna speak. As I remember this from last session. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he was right in front of her. Say, he was just.
Yeah, Joe just left a few minutes ago. While we're getting heated up, he slipped off from you.
No, I was saying that he was there with in the last session, at least I remember. Joe was there with Rivers. Rivers was right there next to him.
No.
Rivers was not with. Joe had just turned in Rivers at the Navy base. He was walking away and noticed you guys, and that's when when Arthur shouted from, "Oh, it's I, Captain Rivers. I'm now," and this would work if you me him to turn into the Navy, which I just did, and now he slipped off.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna be like, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm like,
Okay, can I roll persuasion real quick on the inside?
From that speech you told, or something else?
Something else. I'm about to try.
Way, yes. I'm just. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna look at him and be like, but the Rivers Pirates were many. What if one of his crewmates just took up his moniker? And I mean, I've never heard of Captain Rivers being a cross-dresser, but that's exactly what happened in that window. He was shouting that he was like all about doing the drag thing now. Like, so maybe one of his followers took up his reign after he was taken out. And the new Captain Rivers has appeared.
Anyone, that's a good roll. A few people in the they have to admit, you're saying have logic to it. A few people pipe up and they're like, he is the captain of a pirate crew. One person even, oh my, they're busting him out. He just goes totally about it, and he kind of like heard somebody else have something to say.
I see from the back. He already escaped.
He's already escaped.
There's another figure in the crowd, this kind of crazed orange-haired looking guy. Looks starved a little bit. He's wearing a captain's coat, but he looks a little beat up, a little bloodied, a little crazed. But he steps forth and he's like, yeah, that's true. That's true. I'd heard a little bit about this Captain Rivers in my time as a big shot pirate. And he puts his on his hips, and he gets serious, and he's like, he does have a crew under him. None of them have bounties. Who's to say what they look like? And he's looking all around the crowd now with you guys.
Good point.
Mitch, you had said you were not going to let this happen anymore. Are you changed from that at the moment, or are you still tensed up and ready to go? Because so at this point he has handcuffs on you, Marine Private.
Nah, I wasn't gonna let the handcuffs get put on, but yeah, I was gonna fight her. Balled my fist up. I wasn't gonna let him put him on.
Okay. The ensign will actually hold his hand up as Private is getting close to like put your arms behind your back, and wait one moment. His eyes and squeezes the bridge of his. Where is the sergeant? And he starts. If Mitch or Leadbelly want to do a perception check, you can hear as he mumbles.
Yo, he got his eyes. Leadbelly. In my eyes, it says, "Cannot punch this guy."
Look, no cuffs. Look, everybody, calm down. Something is clearly not right here. Some sense here, and he actually extends his hand to you, Mitch. This is the seat of Port Gorko. And take my humblest apologies. Folks, we don't want things to get more out of control. I know this is tough on all of us. And he has tears in his eyes now, finishing up this. But he doesn't cry. They're just brimming with tears.
Give this a joyful smile, and to others it may look evil, and he'll be like it looks weird. And would you like me to Alice?
No. Our boys are calming her down now. We'll go back to the Navy base tonight and give her nice quartering and make sure she's well tended to. And tomorrow, maybe you could have a word with her. But she's
Okay,
too
bye.
hysterical. She's positive it's
Bye.
you. Are you walking away again?
Yeah.
They're gonna stop you. They're standing right there. So he's gonna say, "Sir, we've been through this. We can't let you leave just yet. We have to get an understanding of the situation, and until Staff Sergeant Killian is here, we can't let anybody leave. I'm sorry."
Mitch is gonna look at
If you
Leadbelly.
want,
When Leadbelly looks at Mitch, he sees that Mitch's patience is clearly running out. It's like, I want to kill
Listen.
this guy.
Listen, ensign or whatever rank you are, why don't you let me take Mr. Mitch here to a hotel nearby or something? You can even put Marines outside the hotel. It's a long night. We're going to get to the bottom of this, yes, but he doesn't deserve to be ostracized like this. This is his first time in your city. Give him a chance to see the city. Like I said, we'll go to an inn even and just chill while you guys do your thing. I mean, there's no way in or out of the inn. You guys can put people at every exit. It'll be good.
the ensign is pretty staunch here. If you want a persuasion, Leadbelly, feel free. But you're gonna need a miracle there. Ragnar, it counts insofar as will is involved. So if Mitch had been willing, it wouldn't be. But if you see, just barely. Unfortunately, but the ensign just shuts his eyes again, and he squeezes the bridge of his nose, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not used to having to deal with the public, so excuse me for my but before he can continue, this orange-haired fellow comes up and he's like, "Look, Barney, I'll keep him around. Don't worry. You boys do what you got to do. We know how short-staffed you are. Go on. Don't go anywhere." This ensign just kind of looks at this orange-haired man with a bit of disgust, but he finally just scoffs and shrugs. "Fine, whatever." But he, as 4 Marines join, he turns to this fellow here and says, "Guard the road over, just shout out if anything happens." And he nods while the rest of them will now walk past. Pretty disconsiderate, I would say, of Mitch and Leadbelly at the moment. The ensign is clearly annoyed of the street. And the orange-haired fellow just kind of grins at you two and goes, and he's like, "I don't know. You seem pretty stubborn. I just had something." I'm glad you're all right. I hate when they get to cuffing people.
No, trust me, I wouldn't have let him cuff him. Oh, go ahead.
Did you not say you were a pirate?
"Yes, sir." And he puts his fists on his hips again and stands proudly, even though he's like so starved you can see his ribs through his shirt. "Captain Lyfoon from the Kano country, at your service." And makes a flourishing pirate captain of Port Gorko. Once I get a crew, that is.
Yeah, Mitch is gonna put his shoulder on Captain Lyfoon and say, "You are no longer."
He, if you want to run intimidation, go for it. It'll be a very.
I'm not trying to intimidate. He's just casually saying it.
Okay.
Um,
He laughs in your face. He laughs in your face and says, "That is not for you to decide, my friend, but you are a funny fellow. I am Captain Lyfoon." And he stares up to the sky.
he says, "Well, Captain Lightfoon, why are you working with the Marines? Why do they trust you so much?" Sorry, I
Yeah.
didn't do that.
And Leadbelly like rolls up his sleeves and he's like, from one pirate captain to another. I don't like when another pirate's coercing with the Marines. I say this kind of under my breath so
I'll
the other people
say-
in the crowd will not hear me.
But yeah,
I
like
won't
your walk
run
on.
any for him, but for say Arthur is there, kind of boxing life with you guys.
Yeah,
What were you
I
gonna
like
say, Mitch?
I wanted to walk into town with him. Listen to me.
All right.
Life, boom. If you work with, if you do well, you can find yourself at some of this crew here.
Oh, thank you so much,
Leadbelly.
but I've got aspirations to have my own crew. Though, come now. Let's go explore the city. I don't think it's right to persecute a man without any evidence. Come on, these Marines will be fine.
Good. They better be. Remember his voice.
Yeah, I'll follow him with Mitch, and I'll motion to Arthur to come on.
Kiryu, were you already taken off?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going.
As the rest of the heads out, are you the rear there? Okay. We'll just hold that and bring us back to our map. Kiryu, drag your token out somewhere like over here-ish, or like in this quadrant. That's where you'll be. Beaver card is due north. Further, it drifts a little bit more. And will you give me an insight check?
Yeah, sure.
Your heart is racing, and you get more and more north, and you start to hear the crash of the ocean a little more. 18 insight. Okay. You're looking at the little piece of Beaver card in your palm, and you want beyond belief to see it start to drift a little faster along, but your mind can't help notice it's kind of drifting at the same speed along the palm. And you just kind of with your thumb here and there. As you come to a little promenade here at the very northern point of town, and as you hold your hand out, the Beaver card's still just toward the north, and you stare ahead at. So, as you stare ahead, you do see rather quite distant of some sort. They're distant, they're slightly foggy, but they are visible from this point. This promenade is the northernmost point of Port Gorko.
He could have been helped. Now I could just go on my own errands. But I'm gonna return.
Well, bold choice. Before that full return, we'll come back. We'll stay here on this overmap, folks. Go ahead and move your token kind of like here. Are being led by Lyfoon. Lucas, if you're back, could you run me a perception? I think you were bringing up the rear of the party.
Yes, I was. Let me do that. I ain't seeing shit.
Okay. Yeah, you guys leave Spinny's boutique with Lifoon's direction. You were able to make it without any stealth check. The Marines kind of diverted there. There was only one fella there on the corner. Around the big, brutalist Navy base. And Lifoon at it and goes, "That's where that Rivers feller is. I don't know how his crew is going to bust into there." And he just keeps leading you guys along. As you come up along the alley
I like
between
to
this
stop.
base. Yeah.
I like to stop. Mitch would like to stop in front of the prison. I'm gonna look at Leadbelly. I'm gonna look at them, but I'm gonna see if they do keep. Actually, it doesn't matter if they stop or not. But Mitch is gonna try to walk in there. Get a look inside.
Okay. Interesting. If you'd like, you can pull your token onto this map, kind of like separated there on the steps, or like bring us over.
He said, he would like to whisper to Leadbelly, "I'm gonna do a prison break."
Listen, do what you gotta do. Just make sure you get out. I'm gonna try to get to the jazz club and see if I can't find Moon. But if you need help, and can I leave an ear on Mitch in case like he needs to be like, "Yo, come get me."
What is the? Don't you have a range?
I do. Let me check.
You have a range. Yes, but up to that range.
Yeah, 120 feet.
And if there's not, yeah. Well, continue on. I'll say as you guys round the corner to hold you up slightly as well. That's where you guys will bump back into Kiryu, and we can play that out in a moment. But I'll bring you over here, Mitch. As you come to the Navy base, this front entrance is really echoey as you're enter on the bottom port of the map here. There are two Marines at the desk. They're saying that to you here. What's going on?
Mitch is gonna put like his hands both their chairs. So, is there any way I could visit someone in this prison?
1 second.
Oh man, they look. Yeah.
Oh, we're going to have to switch from streaming to recording. OBS keeps dropping. For the audience, if you want to continue listening live, jump into the Eternal Dawn Discord. The link is in the description. We're in the D&D pit. You just got to grab the D&D roll. If you can't jump in live, look forward to the session. I will try to drop it by Saturday night at the latest. Yes, I am sorry. We are going to have to go to a recording setup instead, because the connection keeps dropping. So give me one moment, boys.
It's a good time for that. That's fine.
Yeah, that's a